All right, let's talk about another subject. Can people have sex in the bathroom if they can lock the door? And it's a small bathroom, but two people at least can fit in it. That's a different situation. There you might have a little bit of privacy. I know. Right. Damn. You're being too judgmental. You're trying to condemn every little thing a person can do right or wrong, and then you're going to go to hell for it. You're going to be judged for it, right? Because you're pretending you won't do it either. And maybe you won't, right? But it's not a crime to, because technically there's nowhere you can't have sex unless people prohibit you personally from doing it in a specific area. And you have to do that to stop them, right? Do you understand, right? And that still don't mean sex ain't going on beneath your nuts, right? And that's why you're becoming like Big Brother. You're getting too nosy, right? Which is another problem. Why are we seeing all these shows on CBS? You want people to know what other people are doing in the privacy of their home. What are we, Ed TV now, or I'm serious, right? It's like the only way someone can know is if I brought her back to Daphne herself, right? That's one way to know. The other way is if you have a camera in the house, right? But other than that, no one can know what happened with me and the stepdaughter if we're in the living room alone, right? But me and her, I know. Now, if you got a camera, show me what's on the camera, and maybe I can explain what I was doing. Because it wouldn't be nothing you would understand, nor her, because we just kind of had our first introduction that day, right? If it happened one of the nights, right? First night, second night, or third night, right? You know what I mean, right? I don't know what night it would happen, right? And if it only happened once, it was a one-time encounter, not normally dealt with either, right? But if she seems willing, right, and we're not saying anything, right, what am I trying to really do? Have sex with her because I'm undressing her, or make sure she didn't pee because she's in there all night and she's coming in there to pee? I don't know what's going on. There's other options. And even undressing her could be to make sure she will be comfortable taking a shower with me like with her mom, right? It don't mean I'm thinking sexually, though. You are. It shows your perverted mind, right? It's like Salem witch trials. The mind of the men was perverted by the little girls, not the grown ass women. Who were not witches. And you murdered them all. You're worse than the Salem witch trials. Oh, we are. Yes, you are. Anyone display a little bit of power, too, especially of resurrection quality. And like I told you, the keys I just had to replace are still here on the coffee table. The ones missing are still missing because someone forced me to leave the house suddenly or came into the house, right? And you don't want me to know who it was. So who was it? Amanda? Mary Bell? Some new girl who's no longer 15 if she was 15 because she didn't tell me she was 15. She said 37, right? See, all I have to do to beat that is ask the girl her age. She can't lie to me either, or she's committing a crime and enticing a mentally ill person to sleep with her. Right? That's a crime as well. You can't use that against me. If she told me she was 37, and I remember that part. Right? The only part I'm not sure of is what happened during the rest of the hour I lost. Right? And how do I know it's an hour? Even Arctic Dogs is shown at 4:45. Hello? After I'm in the store. I still have my watch or my whatever, right? Phones or and they're working fine, right? The only thing I'm missing is the hour and why I missed the movie, right? I don't know why. I don't know why. And I'm not trying to have sex with everyone in the store, which I mean literally. Mm-hmm. Nor did I think the girl would either herself, right? If she's 15 or 37. But if she did, I wouldn't have a problem with that because I had that happen to me before, right? Not with everyone I went to the salon with. But if she suddenly was being bothered by the women and I defended her, right? And she knows what I mean too, right? And we went to the bathroom to prove it, right? The women forced us to go into the bathroom, right? To prove I wasn't hard, right? Or was sexually responding to her, what that would mean. If we did. If that's what I'm missing, the reason I'm missing it is someone blacked me out during that part of the encounter with female, who called herself Michelle, who said she was 37, was from New Jersey, went to university and all that, right? And was acting like an adult woman. Which I have no way to know she's not an adult woman because she's supposed to be 16 and older to even work in one of those stores, right? That's the law. Georgia law. You're not in Vietnam anymore. Then he's making his daughter work illegally like a sweatshop girl. He can't do that until she's 16. Right? He should have waited a year. And then she's showing her immaturity if she did all that with me. And me, my mental illness by not knowing or guessing she was the one I was warned about. Because I was talking about that, right? How? Metaphorically. Hypothetically. I could sleep with a 15-year-old if she lies about her age. I told you that the whole time. But she's got to lie about her age, and I don't know that was the one it would be talking about. Now, I flirt with all of them. No, you flirt with all of them. Whether they sleep with me or not. No, you flirt. I'm a big flirt, right? But you don't have to be with me just because I'm flirting with you. Right. You told you that too. I do. And again, somehow the keys are missing. Either I planted them on you if you had a purse or something and set it by my on top of my keys, right? And are trying to trick me. I'm not trying to trick you. Someone's trying to trick me or the keys will be here, right? Someone came to my door after I went to sleep and knocked on the door, ringing the doorbell on. I can't tell you who, but whoever it was, I planted my keys on them. No. Because I had them on the coffee table when I came in from Burger King that night, right? That's all I did was just simply sit them on the coffee table right where I could see it. I remember thinking that, right? Now they're not here, right? So I tricked her when she came in and put them in her purse, right? When she went to the bedroom or something, right? Because we're trying, okay, she is trying to be with me, right? Whoever she is. But she also then don't want me to know. Which is crazy, part of it. Yeah. And I tricked her and she's trying to trick me. And what she's doing is wronger than what I'm doing. I know it is. I'm trying to find a girlfriend or a wife because I'm single. I can do that legally. I divorced my ex-wife. Right? I'm following the laws of society. There you are. And the Bible don't say you can't do that either. No, it don't. What Jesus is talking about is self-righteous religious men who won't let their wives go. You don't understand. And he does say you could divorce her for the cause of fornication only. She's committing fornication against you, dude. She don't want you. I know. But then she must have had a purse with her that she said on the coffee table, and I must have put the keys in the purse. So they're where? In her purse. In her purse. She might not even look. I don't know. If it's someone who came to the house, right, and it's a female, because I ain't gonna let no male in the door. I'm gonna call the cops on him. He ain't gonna get it to my house, right? Not talking about the kingdom of heaven, not talking about, whether gay people will be in heaven or not either. I don't know. I don't know. I'm told not to judge, though, at least I be judged. So if I'm trying to find a wife, I don't judge those trying to find a husband, male or female. No. Whatever you want, though, know what you're doing, is what I was taught, right? Too. If you're into that, be into that. If you're not, be not, right? Like I told you about the woman who thought I was into that because her friend looked like me. Thanks more than that, honey. But you are better to ask me. Oh, I got one like that. I was older, though. I know. I know. But I bet I use mine 50% more than you ever use yours. And unlike you try to really use it at least 4 times a year. Some part during the year. I bet you don't even use yours once. Or any of your equipment. I've used all mine this year. And there he is. Yeah. At least once. At least once. That's how many percentage more times than you use yours. 100%. 100% more. If you ain't even use yours once and it's just sitting there, why'd you even buy it? Now, some things I don't understand, and I'll tell you that, and some things I do, right? But if you're basing it upon my shit base, I'm being biasly labeled as schizophrenic, right? They're the ones who can tell you that. Or you're supposed to be working with him, you're supposed to be training, what's the problem? No. They ain't gonna say, we are. We're not training him right. We're asking him if he's gay all the time, and he keeps telling us no. And obviously, it's got to be a female for me to open the door or get the key somehow, right? And I can plant them on you, idiot. That's another way. If you had a purse and you came in with a purse and you set it down on the table, and I said, whatever we did after that, I planted them on you because you came by, wherever you were, to let me know someone came by that night, and whatever we did, whatever we talked about. I'm not saying I remember it all. True. But I'm assuming you're not going to just drive up in the middle of the night to play patty cake with me. Right. Or talk about problems you're having with your ex with a single male who's the only person in this house, right? Though still a little strode, trying to keep it up a little bit better, right? Because of the disability, right? See, you're so messed up, you won't even allow a disabled person to really be a disabled person how they're really disabled, right? Nor do you know the boundaries there. See, a fraud is perpetrated when you're lying about the God who says he can heal us, right? And you're not letting him heal you. And he's trying to heal you anyway. I know my God. And then he has thought his will that any should perish, but all should come to repentance, right? That's why Peter and the 12, at least, or the 500 at least, Peter, can still be around. Including Paul. And Timothy, and anyone majorly mentioned in the Bible. Even Lydia, and Paul and Silas, and any true believer during that period, can still be around. And, Well, we know who Philip was, but the Ethiopian eunuch could still be around. But he would still be what? A eunuch. A eunuch. Right? That's how he was called, right? I'm called as a 12-year-old boy, a male child, before I turned 13 or 12. And I come to Jesus when my dad passes away. By being murdered, I do with a gun. Who shoots him in the face, right? Not the stomach, not the chest, but the face. That's intentional. That's intentional. But whatever, I can't do nothing about a dead dad either. And even big men who look like him, look like him. Because there'll be a lot of that. There'll be a lot of those. Those are common features. Brown hair, brown eyes. That's what I mean about the girl I dreamed about. I don't know if it's very well or not, but it could be her. It might not be her. I don't know. Right? But if it is her, I'm trying to still figure it out. If it's not her, I'm trying to let her go find someone else, idiot. What's going on? You won't let me move on from her. You won't let her move on really from me, if I got her pregnant or not, right? All I can say is within that 2-week period, she would have to be with someone else. And if she was 30 weeks, it's not, it's fine. You can't count it any other way. No, you can't. It don't work out any other way, And the other guy was with her in December, which would make a what? Smaller baby. A smaller baby. Whoever this person I'm arguing with, right, is denying normal pregnancies are normal pregnancies. Unless you're carrying super kid, right? Or a giant kid, right? Or really having sex with an angel itself, who assumes human form then, right? They leave their celestial form, right? And become human, idiot. That's what they're lying about too. As Adam was both, right? They're both too, right? But they were picking the daughters of men to have sex with them, whoever they wanted to, too, right? And impregnating them, right? Though the problem is also their DNA was corrupt in the gene pool. Yes, yes. Part of that story is true, Perry, but then you deny the sex aspect of the angel became human, right? To reproduce with us, right? And yes, they're not supposed to do that, but that doesn't mean they can't, right? Any angel can assume human form. Now, it's supposed to be 2/3 are still on Jesus' side in heaven, and 1/3 is still with Satan, right? Until the end of days, right? But we don't know how long that is, right? You can't rush it, Perry Stone, nor can you make it longer than it is either. And only God knows perfectly when it's over, right? Because he's been through it before. We're just going through it again, right? We don't know we're doing that even. Replenish is the key word, though. And reincarnation, right? See, if you're having to remake something because the population keeps siding with an enemy who becomes an enemy what was once a friend, right? You know the problem, right? How does God deal with that all? Well, God's a loving God even if the enemy isn't, right? So he tolerates your mistakes, right? And you're suffering because of the enemy, not God, right? And you don't want to blame the enemy, you want to blame God for your suffering, which is what the enemy wants you to do, right? When he's the one tricking you into doing something wrong, right? Not God, not God. It's another creature tricking you and pretending it knows more about God than you do and is lying to you about it. And you won't listen to the real God. So you won't. And the real God can't make you. Why do you think that is? Right? Right. I know what he means. He just goes out to eat and tries to only eat the food unless the girl wants to be with him. Right. The only place we can do something in the restaurant is bed, the bathroom. If we lock the door. And she agrees. We lock the door. We lock the door. Now, I would never go into the bathroom and say, a 9-year-old. No, no. I'll tell her, no, we can't do that. No, we can't do that. No, we can't do that. Until you're 16. You just wouldn't do it. I just wouldn't do it. Because you know the age of consent with the Muslim world is different than the age of consent with Georgia, right? And I gotta wait till you're 16, right? And I don't mind waiting till you're 16. At least I can do that. You can't maybe do that. But I can. I can, no problem. Don't even tempt me that way. I can wait for sex too, right? So like I said, whoever came, right, and left is either hiding it, right, not wanting to talk about it, right, again. And I'm put my own keys in her purse if she set it on the coffee table. Mm-hmm. And why is that? You're letting her know you know she was there again. That's why. And she's doing it deceptively. She's not doing it because she wants me to know she's with me. I did that to trick her then. That I know she came by getting, right? I took my keys and put them in her purse, right? When she went into the bedroom or something. That's what happened. Mm-hmm. And we made love again. Mm-hmm. But then she was denying it. So who could that be, Maribel or Amanda, right? That's the only two I know, right? It ain't Daphne because I don't want her back, right? I mean, her mom, right? And I wouldn't know you. You change every day just like I do, right? The only way you know me is you're reverse stalking me like we did something when you were before when we didn't. Because Daphne would know. Your mother never told you I even touched you, and I know that. Because she knows I didn't. You don't want to know. And are trying to trick your stepdad into what? Thinking he got you pregnant, or did I really get you pregnant? You can still sleep with two men at the same time, honey. Don't pretend I don't know that. And I'm the less healthier of the two, right? But I don't advise you to do it. Either, you know. See, that's the truth. You can do it, but I don't advise you to do it. But like I said, what happened if you came in after I was already talking to the girl? You interrupted what me and her were planning then, right? And then you, whatever we did, were being discussed in the store, right? And that's why I lost the 20 minutes, the 20 minutes and the 20 minutes. Right? But why 3 times in a row? 3 times in a row. Because you blacked me out 2 times, 3 times in a row, right? And I remember the main part was the nail job. You can't black me out from a nail job I done been through, right? Told you that too, didn't I? I'm just getting a nail job. I'm just going to the movies. I'm not the one causing trouble, and he would have to call you from a different location, right? There's no room for an office in that store. It's a small little store where he only has the chairs, a bathroom, a laundry area, and again, a back door. I know the whole makeup of the store. I was only in it 3 times. And I wonder what he's doing to them. One girl was pregnant and I don't even know her. Right? He was getting them pregnant teens. You're not supposed to do that either. That's illegal. You're treating them like debt slaves. No, he is. And he's impregnating his own workers, and that's illegal. That's illegal. That's worse than slavery of what they were doing to the Africans. Right? So he's doing it to his own people, Vietnamese women. Don't tell me her husband got her pregnant. The one who I could see was pregnant. Then who she married to, too. And don't tell me I got her pregnant. Or again, it's another, you're trying to tempt me, right, into being with someone who I don't even know, right? Which you can do that if she comes to my house, right? But I never went into that salon until November 7th, 2019, right? I went to other salons. In fact, I started from Statesboro to Regan, the Garden City, a couple times, and then the mall even, right? And then that store. Something like that. And again. Even in the salon, the girl can consent or not, right? Because I'm looking for a girlfriend. See, a girlfriend who consents and doesn't charge you for the sex is not the same, even if she works in a salon, as prostitution. No, it's not. See, a loophole means that. I don't know. Means I'm not trying to sleep with her as a customer-client relationship for sex, right? Sex is something different for both of us, I know. See. That means I'm trying to make love to my girlfriend who happens working in salon, right? Now, if I'm being with more than one woman, right, they're both wanting to be with me as my girlfriends, right? A man, if they both know about it, can have two girlfriends even, right? And I'm not trying to trigger, but I don't know I'm really with him either. And it feels like mainly an hour, but if it don't, I wonder what's happening too, right? If it goes over an hour, the girl's doing more and trying to keep me in there more, and I keep telling her I don't have any more money. And she won't listen or won't stop herself. She's got to stop herself too. You can do whatever you want to do in the club, right? Same thing. But the girl has to stop herself. If she don't, she's fucking me then, right? If she fucks me and trying to get money, I can't pay her for that money, right? That's illegal, right? But I can pay her for the lap dance plus a tip, but if all I got is a 20, that's what I told her. All I got is a 20, right? You can do what you want to do, but I can't give you more than that, right? That she knew it, but she consented, right? And the lap dance is the legal part. The sex is between me and her as a customer or someone trying to find a girlfriend. What's the difference, right? See, I'm not a married man going to the club. I'm like Samson going to the club, trying to find me a woman, even if she's working in the club. I'm not judging that part, right? Like Samson, when he had sex with the harlot and stayed with her to midnight, they thought he would be there till the morning, right? Well, when he left at midnight, he was able to defeat them because they thought he would be there till morning, right? Now, that don't mean he didn't get his business done with harlot. Mm-hmm. And that's in your Bible, too. And Solomon had 1,000 wives, so he had to keep them all. Mm-hmm. And like I said, you can laugh at it. But even Wilt Chamberlain slept with 10,000 women, right? And I heard Fidel Castro slept with 35,000 women. But that's a dictator too, right? They don't have rules. But the women who slept with Wilt Chamberlain did. Even though he's a black man, right? One's a tyrannical leader, right? Who we know if he snaps his finger, even your own wife has to sleep with him. Now, he's the kind of man who would do that. The women have to be legally separated at least, right? Like Stephanie. Or what? I don't try to seduce him, right? Now, me and Stephanie, we met at the dates, right? She was trying to get on base, right? So we hooked up. Maybe that's what she was doing. trying to get away somehow. I'm hoping I can help her. Maybe I helped her, I don't remember. But whatever. We kind of hit it off at least 3 weekends in a row. And one of them, she was worried she would get pregnant. But we had sex the night before, if you remember. So if you're going to get pregnant, that's when you should use the damn stuff. I know. Not the second night. I don't know either. But if I did, I would own it up to it. And like I said, if I didn't, I don't know. But see, then I'm being lied to if I have children or more than one child, right? Which a one night thing can produce that sometimes, it might not, right? But see, each woman had a different reason for sleeping with me. Like I said, but hers had to do with her boyfriend being out the house, right? And her daughter, right? When I'm on the couch, I don't leave the couch all night. And I just read the daughter a bedtime story and I have sex with the mom in the kitchen. That's all I can remember, right? I sleep on the couch, right? Then I get up the next morning, right? Sleep with the mom again, and that's it. And I left. Twice. Now, if the daughter came in there, I don't remember that, right? But I'm on the couch. All I know is I can go to sleep on the couch and I wake up on the couch. I don't try to interact with her at all. That's what I'm telling you that for. If I'm on the couch, you're on the couch. I'm on the couch. I'm not tempted to leave the couch. Even with John and when I spent the night with John at his mother's house, right? I stayed on the couch. I didn't try to sneak up to the girls' room or the boys' room or anything like that. Because I don't know who's who. I don't know none of that, right? And even if I did, I don't know none of that, right? You don't do that anyway. Though if they found me attractive, I don't know, right? All of them, maybe, right? But I know I stayed on the couch, right? And woke up the next morning there too, right? Though it's not like that's the first time I slept on someone's couch, right? Even in Meemaw's house, we would sleep in the living room, me and a girl cousin or two. I know. But again, I went to sleep at a certain point. I may have been tempted to or going all the way or going inside either any of them, right? Trying to have actual sex, right? But the thing is, once I go to sleep now, if you do me the same way I did you, right, you might get a different response. Once I'm asleep, once you're asleep. Now brings us to Tootie and her friend who spent the night. And I was in Jay's room. I don't know what happened there either, right? You know. But I do know, again, when I woke up and everybody else was in bed, stuck into Tootie's room for some reason playing Ninja. And I know something's going on where they're in the I know you do. I don't normally act that crazy. And even I know that's kind of a crazy idea to do. But I don't know why I did it. It's kind of like I was pre-programmed or something. And the weird thing is, I didn't know where either girl was, but somehow I touched my cousin's leg, right, and not the other girl's leg either. That's the weird part, and that's the weird part. All right. All right, trying to figure out what I want next. So I want to eat old stuff in the leftovers, right? Or do I want something fresh or cooked for me right down the road? Right? So I might have to order my cardigan. I guess. Now, if you can make up to $8.90 extra and you need food stamps, why would that be covered, right? Because I'm disabled and I cannot physically work, right? I need that food stamp money, right, during the crisis, right? And I had it before when I was just on SSI. So it's something I used before too to help me out, right? Now, if all my bills, money's going to bills, right? I'm sustaining myself, right? As a disabled person, right? And what I need, right? Every day, right? You don't have the right to tell a disabled person what they want to eat, right? If I can go to a restaurant and sit in a restaurant and I don't have to cook the food myself, which is easier for me than a restaurant that cook food. Right. That's right. Even if I'm just sitting there, I could just sit there, eat the food, and then leave. Now, here I gotta look. Go to the stove, get the stuff out, prep it, right? Cook it for 10 minutes. Myself. So. And then eat it. Then eat it. And that would take about the same time. About the same time, right? Exactly. Those of you who know. Yeah. Unless I just eat some soup that takes 3 minutes, right, in the microwave. But is that really good for me? Probably not. It's probably got too much salt in it, right? Either way, But like I said, right? Mm. I know. I had a little something this morning, right? But I ate this morning. I'm starting to get angry, right? What time is it? Right. Let's see. It's 4:26 or 9. Right. Or eat. Not sure there. Right. Mm-hmm. There's Simone Biles and Angel Woman. But like I said, if you don't have a choice between either woman, anything more is a fantasy, right? Don't you understand what I mean, right? Exactly. I don't know Doja Cat, though she's fine as hell. And I see that, right? But I don't expect us to hook up normally either, right? Steven Seagal's out for justice is on, and then The Rock. All right. Shall I ever see all that? 91. That's the one where he kind of deals with the crazy dreadnoughts guy, right? Right. Mm-hmm. Oh, William Forsythe, I'm sorry. Anyone else who gets in this way. Oh, yeah, that's that one. Um, uh-huh. Way to go, Tokyo. Mm-hmm. Black is his own. Let's see. Walk in a minor. A waltz. I'm sorry. I didn't expect that. Dre, teenage cousin. Oh yeah. Kyra needs a place to stay. The Johnsons decide to take her in, but they have different approaches to helping her adjust. I remember that, I think. Liberal arts. Dre drops Zoe off at college. That's where they get garnished from. For orientation, where she quickly makes friends with another incoming freshman. Zoe must plead her case when she does something. You open the door, right? And the woman is the door, and the woman is the door. And Jesus is the door too. That's another way John's trying to tell you something about Jesus being male and female. Paul uses wisdom, which is her, she, the hidden wisdom even, right? Which none of the princes of this world knew, for had they knew it, they would not have crucified the Lord of glory. Oh, glory. And the woman is again the glory of the man. Yes. And that makes him what? The male and the female are one in Christ Jesus. Literally. That's why he can have Stethos and Mastoids, right? He's also all three. And, metamorph means more than one form. Morph means one form to another. That could be male to male, or even female to female, or even what? Androgynous, androgynous, right? Morphine is singular, right? Metamorph is plural, right? One means more than one. Now, Satan metaschizos, whatever it is, his form is a scheme, right? It's a lie. It's a lie. Though it's still in the image of God. And but his image is to deceive you from that image, right? Not help you to understand it, right? Okay, Walking Dead. Dead. Mm-hmm. Robin Hood, Bad Boys. Bad Boys for Life. You know that one, right? Or do you? Well, reason is I don't know the whole song, The Bad Boys for Life. That other song popped in. I know, right. I even kind of drawn a blank with what that song was called, but you might remember it. You might remember it. That just popped in there because I was searching for something when I couldn't remember the rest of the lyrics for Bad Boys for Life. Not that I ain't never seen the movie, right? Not that the song, right? But like I said, everything has a price. Even that has a price. You have to have security monitors to make sure people don't what break into your house. Right? Your fans might do that. But why is that? You're acting like you deserve all that money and that house in Beverly Hills. You know the one. And you be in a showboat. You be in a showboat. You act like you deserve all that money. Right. Here's a little Nas X. Now he's playing both the serpent and the rainbow. The fruit and the... alien. I know that. I done said that for years. I know you done said that for years. You're just catching up to me. I know that. Just because you can publish it first. Don't mean other people don't know. Right. You're just not letting me say it. Because you don't want to say it either. That's the sin. Uh-huh. And that's a male with a male. That's a male with a male. Except he wasn't quite a male, was he? No, he wasn't. Like you can't figure that crap out. Or you don't want to. You don't want to. Why are you being gay? Satan taught you to be gay or straight. Or straight. And see, God forgives it. Satan don't. Right? That's where you're confused about that too, right? Mm-hmm. Now, forgiveness for something that you're doing wrong does not condone or condemn it either, right? God just knows you can do it anyway. I know. I know. But like I said, right, I can't stop you. Mm-hmm. You're the one who seems to want me to go into it, and I keep telling you no. I'm not tipped about it. And how many times I got to tell you, I'm waiting for a lovely lady, her lady longs. Check them out. The quote. The Black Eyed Peas female lead. Free. I'll check her out. Not him. I got the same model, right? Don't tempt me that one. Mm-hmm. Oh, let's do a lap dance for Satan in hell. Okay. You probably are. Probably are. But you're man to man. That's what they say. That's what they say. Call me by your name, right? His name was song, right? Now I'm critiquing the physical and the visual here, right? I can do that. Why? I'm paying for it. I'm paying for it. See, when you pay for something, you get to critique it. FBI. I'm paying for the service. Right? It's part of my package. Even if you suddenly discontinue it as part of my package, it'll be odd. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Because you can't just do that with just me, right? That's singling me out when I'm not, again, doing that but reading the Bible right. You're reading it wrong, right? I'm reading what you won't read here, congregation Christians, right? Because you don't understand why it's in the Bible. It don't fit with your doctrine, does it? Right? Well, it's in there for a reason, right? And it's to show you the true ways of God, not just Satan. Though it also shows you how Satan works too. And that his end is to get you to condemn each other for feeling the same way, right? Towards a female or a male. Mm-hmm. And the problem is, even if people don't feel the same way, you want them to, or vice versa, right? And then you try to make them feel the same way, right? Which becomes a sin, right? Okay.